Yo, what's up, people? Offlings, Camber Office, back with another. I don't know if I should say this is an updated video. This is more like, what should I do video, because something popped in my head. Something popped in my head, and I don't know if I can actually do it. Now, my last video was a WWE 2K20 career mode. And I stopped at the ceremony. And also, guys, if you can't tell, I'm back at my dad's house. My mom's house is pretty far. Not like an hour long. Not like an hour long road. Not like an hour long away, but never mind. But so anyway, my last video was a WWE 2K20 video, and I just want to let you guys know I'm still working out on creating. I'm still trying to work out. Like, I'm still trying to get my custom characters, I'm still trying to get my custom arenas, okay. So I'm still trying to get my custom arenas and custom characters. I'm still trying to get those on my Xbox. Still trying to do it. But just recently, but kind of recently, something popped in my head, and something popped in my head, which was was playing WWE 2K game. But this is the thing. This is the game I have. It's WWE 2K17 for the PS3. Not PS4. PS3. Now, as much as I don't like... Now, the only thing... There are a few... Like, to me, there are more negatives rather than positive things about this game. Like, don't get me wrong. The matches on here are actually pretty good. Like, I remember there being an Inferno match, an I Quit match, and a few other really good matches in there. But there are some things in there that I feel like they should have either removed, or they should have fixed. And the one thing they should have fixed was the graphics. Now, don't get me wrong, I know this is for PlayStation 3. But in my own opinion, the graphics are kind of bad. Like, they don't suck, I guess. Like, they are pretty good, I will admit. But they're kind of bad. And not only that, Universe mode on this game. The only thing So I actually did try to do research, and I couldn't find an answer to it. I only got it for PS4 and Xbox. So I want you guys to actually tell me in the comments below, can this one, the WWE 2K17 for PS3, does this game have cutscenes in Universe mode? That's the one thing I want to know. Can this game on the PS3, WWE 2K17, on the PS3, does it have cutscenes in Universe mode? Okay, so there was one thing I actually did try, which was the Money in the Bank cash-in, but it didn't play a cutscene. But the one thing it didn't play was a cutscene. Like, I remember in 2K18, I tried to do a Money in the Bank cash-in, but the one thing I kept on doing was, instead of changing the participants, I kept on customizing the match. That was the thing I had the most problem with 2K18. So for 2K18, in order to make an actual Money in the Bank cash in, and of course a match, if the people in the Money in the Bank ladder match, holding in the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, if none of your custom characters are on there in 2K18, you have to change the participants. Don't customize the match, because if you customize the match, then you're screwed. if you customize the match, you are screwed because if you customize the Money in the Bank ladder match in the Money in the Bank pay-per-view in Universe mode, you have to, like, from my understanding, you have to delete the entire Universe mode and then you have to remake it again. Just and make sure you don't make the same mistake. And just so you have to remake the Universe mode just so you can make the cash in and not make the mistake again. But the one thing I'm really curious about in this game, I know it happens. I know it happens for the PS4 and the Xbox One, for at least for this game. But for the PS3, please tell me, does this game have cutscenes in Universe mode? Because if it doesn't, then I don't know what I can do with this. Because not gonna lie, guys. So the thing that popped me in my head was that I could actually make a 2K17 Universe mode series with all the wrestlers in this game, with a couple and of course a lot of legends and championships. And I just want to clear something up. The only DLC I have in this is the Accelerator pack. I wish I bought another DLC pack, especially the one with Austin Aries. I wish I did that one because Austin Aries, I feel like WWE didn't do anything with him. Like, I mean, granted, they kept on giving Austin Aries the Cruiserweight Championship title match against Neville. But every single time it was Austin versus Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship. Neville always won, and Austin never got the championship. And the thing is, he's a good guy. He's got the charisma, he's got the talk, he's a really good wrestler as well. But for some whatever reason, the WWE creative team, they had a bit of issues with Austin Aries. Not like conflict or anything. Like, they weren't arguing. It was just the creative team from WWE were having creative issues with Austin Aries, and because of that, they just decided to release Austin Aries. And I say that sucks because Austin Aries could have been like a really big star. I actually do see him being a mid-card champion, or at least an upper card. Maybe not main event because Vince McMahon, he likes those big, swell, muscular men. But I could literally see Austin Aries as an upper card, as an upper mid card wrestler. Maybe not a main eventer, which I mean, I can see, like, again, there's a difference between seeing and wanting. I see him as an upper card. I see him as a upper card. Like, he's not in the mid card, but he's not in the main event. I want him to be like a main eventer. I want him to be, but I don't. But if you if you go into Vince McMahon's mind, there's probably like 0%. There's probably like a 0% chance Austin is going to be a main eventer. But again, the one thing I am happy about this game is that I actually did buy the Accelerator pack. Because the one thing that was dumb about this one, not the Xbox One or the PS4, it was just this one that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So in 2K17 for PS3 or for the PS4 and Xbox One, you had to buy these things with the in-game currency, or if you want, you could go to the Xbox store and buy the Accelerator pack and get everything. And literally get everything for, was it $5? I'm pretty sure it was $5. Yeah, $5 or $4.99. But in the PS3 and the Xbox 360, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But for the PS3 and Xbox 360, there was no such thing as an in-game currency. You had to do missions, basically. You had to do missions in order to unlock to unlock literally every single person and championship and arena in this game. And honestly, I find that extremely annoying and extremely frustrating. Because the one thing I hate the most about sport games is not the achievements, but is that sometimes these sports games they won't let you have in-game currency, so they made missions in order for you to get the, I don't know, the specific soccer team or specific MLB baseball card or a specific championship. And I hate that. I really hate that because it kind of it disrupts the fun. Like, it doesn't make it fun whatsoever. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know you're still technically playing the game, but I want like an actual reward. I want like an actual reward from the game instead of just saying that, hey, you're 1/10 away from completing this mission to get what you want. That's the thing I find annoying about this game. And again, I wish I bought another DLC. The two DLCs I really would love to buy was the one with Shinsuke Nakamura and Austin Aries. Those two I wanted to get, but when the time came, but when I thought of like actually buying another DLC, the servers for this game closed down, and there was zero way possible I could get the DLC and go back to community creations. So I'm basically literally doing all this game by myself. But the one thing I did do before the 2K servers, but before the 2K17 servers went down, I did buy the accelerator pack. So that's a good thing. I will admit there's a good thing the good thing is that I did buy the accelerator pack so I could get every single character, every single championship, and every single arena that was locked. But the one thing I wish I could have done was get 2 more DLCs. One was Shinsuke Nakamura and the other being Austin Aries. I think that, and also, back to the universe mode. Back to the universe mode thing. Don't worry, it's not the cutscenes this time. So I'm a bit of a conflict. So I'm a bit of a side by. I'm a bit torn on which universe mode I want to do, because I could do like real WWE superstars at the time, like Alberto Del Rio or the Dudley Boys, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, maybe add The Rock in there, and of course the new one, AJ Styles. At the time, AJ Styles was new. At the time, in 2K17, when this game was in development, AJ Styles made his debut in the Royal Rumble, and he made it in his very first ever 2K17 game. And quite frankly, and a bit of a backstory with this game, not the PS3, but for the Xbox One. When I got the Xbox One version for this game, I had no idea about WWE. I had zero idea. So the very first thing I actually encountered anything with WWE was WWE 2K17 for the Xbox One, but I had zero idea on what in the world I was doing. I legitimately had zero idea what in the world I was doing. Zero idea. But I do want to ask you guys 2 things. Which universe mode should I do? Real superstars, like Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, the actual wrestlers, or should I make a custom universe mode where I make my own characters? I could probably make my dad. I could probably make, I don't know, a few YouTubers. I could probably make fictional characters like Sonic or Mario. And another one was does this game have but does this game have cutscenes in its universe mode? Please tell me in the comments. Please tell me in the comments below. Does this game have cutscenes in the universe mode? Because if it doesn't, then we're gonna have a bit ourselves with an issue. Because I love cutscenes. I actually kind of do, especially when it's like one of those cutscenes that the team or the company actually worked really freaking hard on. Like for example, 2K18. I'm gonna do 2K18 because I feel like it was probably better. 2K18 was probably out of the games I played, which was WWE 2K15. I played 2K17, 18, 19. I'm playing 20. I think out of all of those 5, and again, I know I missed 2K16. That's because I didn't play it, but I heard the game was really freaking good. I don't know what I can say about 2K16. I never played it. So out of 2K15, and I have played it on the Xbox One, just to let you know. Out of 2K15, 17, 18, 19, and 20, 2K18 is probably my favorite one out of them all. 2K15 is probably, it's tied with second with 2K20. 2K20 is like one of those games where I feel like that the company 2K should have like worked on a little bit more, but it's just that. But I feel like it's one of those games where not everybody had this exact same experience. The one, I heard from a lot of people. Not all. Well, yeah, I heard it from a couple people. I heard from a couple people that that 2K20 had a lot of crashes in there and a lot of hair glitches. So when the game first released, 2K20, when that game was first released on October, I believe. Was it October? I don't remember. But when the game had the pre-order, Bray Wyatt, the Fiend Bray Wyatt. I actually have a friend who's like a huge fan of WWE. I have a friend who is a huge fan of WWE. He bought WWE 2K20 for the deluxe, mind you. So I was actually completely jealous because those things cost like $90 freaking dollars, and I don't have that, and I literally don't have that much money. So I had to get the standard edition in order to get at least a little bit of the experience. So my friend, he got the game. He actually did get the game 4 days early, because I'm pretty sure that's what you do for the deluxe edition. But for the standard edition, you had to wait until the actual game was released. So my friend, he got the deluxe edition for 2K20 4 days early. And I asked him if he experienced any glitches, if he experienced any hair messes up or any crashes. He said no. He actually said no. So I'm like, okay, so I'm like, okay, then what's with the reviews? I can see why. Now, don't get me wrong. 2K20 is a little bit of a mess. Don't get me wrong. 2K20 is a little bit of a mess, which is why it's kind of par with second. Which is why it's in second place for me, right next to 2K15. But third place for the WWE 2K series, well, except 2K16 because I didn't play it. Third place goes to 2K19. Now, don't get me wrong, I still like 2K19. I still do. But the only thing I have problem with 2K19 is that it's a bit too bright. Like 2K20, I love their graphics. I really freaking do. They look real as heck. So 2K20, so the difference between 2K18 and 2K20's graphics, 2K18 I feel like was a bit more realistic. Coming from graphics wise, 2K18 was a bit more realistic, while 2K20 was like, eh. Like, it still had, like, it still looked realistic. It still do. It still did, but it just looked a little bit lower. It just had that little, it just had like a little bit of lower quality than 2K18. But 2K20 was second, and I can't remember where I was at now. 2K19. I think I was in 2K19. The reason why I put third place with 2K19 was because I thought the game was a bit too bright. I don't mean too bright as in like when you're playing in the night and the screen is like all white so it kind of hurts your eyes. What I mean is that the game, like I meant like the options were a bit too bright. The superstars, like Drew McIntyre or Dolph Ziggler, and all of those people. And it was just the superstars that looked a bit too bright. They did have that realistic. Don't get me wrong. They still had the realism, but for me it was just a bit too bright because it was just mainly their bodies that. It was mainly the superstars I had a bit of an issue with. 2K19 had a bit too bright. Like 2K19, it looks like somebody took a light box and just shined it over their face. And that was the one thing that kind of annoyed me. That made the game a bit too bright. So again, I'm going to go back to my ranking system. WWE 2K18, it comes first. 2K in second place, we got 2K15 and 20. Tied in third place, we got 2K19. 2K17, I'm a bit torn apart in because I kind of want to part with third place, but I kind of want to make it fourth place. Because the game isn't bad, the game isn't bad, but it's not good as well. It's like meh. So I don't know what to like place it in, either third or fourth. I don't really know. So I think that's really it. Also guys, I do not have Goldberg in 2K17. I wish I did, but I do not have Goldberg. So that one's going to be a bit of an issue as well. So anyway, I think that's about it. I would say more problems with the PS3 of 2K17 more, but this video has gone on for literally over 20 minutes. I'm gonna read back. So one more time. I'm gonna ask you guys these questions. Number one, the one thing that's probably the most important to me is that does this game have cutscenes in universe mode? Because if it doesn't, then we're gonna have ourselves a bit of it. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna have a bit of an issue with it. And another question is that if it's a possibility that I can do a series with this, what kind of universe mode would you guys like to see? Like, would you guys like to see my own custom characters, or would you like to see real superstars interact in the game? So I think that's about it. Yeah. Yep, that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe if you are new, hit the notification bell button. Talk to y'all later. Peace.